Episode 13. Zumi takes the authority. Zumi decided to give Anna the Celestial Sentinel bracelet. After placing it in his Eagle storage bracelet, he uttered, "Let's go join the others," and they departed from the room. Upon opening the door, Zumi felt a wave of negative emotions and malice, feeling the halls, and he heard arguing and shouting. He instructed Gia, "Enter my shadow and appear when summoned." Gia wasted no time in doing as Zumi commanded. She focuses on his shadow, and she suddenly morphs into a black mist, entering it. Ping! The system chimed. After entering your shadow, Gia feels an intense intimacy towards you. With a smirk, Zumi whispered to Gia, "Can you hear me?" A barely audible voice whispered back in Zumi's ears, "Yes, Master. Zumi said we can talk when you're in my shadow, which is great. If anything seems wrong, notify me." "Understood," Master Gia replied. Approaching the balcony, Zumi paused right before it and briefly eavesdropped before speaking up. Thoughts filled Zumi's mind as he stood near the balcony, burdened by the weight of the war upon his shoulders, while the night air was heavy with tension. The sound of raised voices and heated arguments drifted up to him, a cacophony of discord that grated on his nerves. How could they bicker and squabble when their comrades lay wounded on the battlefield, their lives hanging in the balance? Did they not understand the gravity of the situation and the war's urgency raging outside their walls? His heart, heavy with the responsibility of leadership, ached with the need for unity. In a moment of frustration and despair, Zumi, with a determined focus, called upon his newfound ability, activating Aura Vision. As the world around him shifted and shimmered, a kaleidoscope of colors and energies revealed itself to his sight. The auras of the people below glowed with a myriad of hues, each shade telling a story of their emotions, intentions, and inner turmoil. This newfound power, a key to understanding the hearts of his people, was a game-changer in his journey of leadership. Zumi, to his dismay, witnessed a stark division among the crowd gathered in the central plaza. A sea of auras stretched before him, split down the middle like a gaping wound. On one side, 500 souls burned with fervor, their auras pulsating with loyalty and determination, rallying behind Nishiki to continue as the Oyabun. On the other side, an equal number stood firm, their auras tinged with doubt and defiance, questioning Nishiki's leadership and demanding change. Zumi, witnessing the division tearing at the very fabric of their unity, felt frustration boiling within him. With a resolve as steely as his gaze, he decided to take matters into his own hands. Channeling his inner strength, he unleashed his golden flame teleportation skill. With a blinding flash of fire and heat, Zumi vanished from the balcony and reappeared in the plaza's heart, swirling in a tornado of fire. The flames danced and crackled around him, casting a golden glow that illuminated the faces of the gathered crowd. All eyes turned towards him, their voices falling silent in awe and disbelief, as if a deity had descended from the heavens to stand among them. With a voice that resonated like thunder, Zumi addressed the crowd, his words carrying the weight of his conviction and the fire of his determination. In that moment, he was not just a warrior, but a beacon of hope, a symbol of unity in the face of discord. "I expected better, arguing at such a time as this. If you are worried about who leads you, for the time being, I will lead you into battle and end this war. If we continue to argue here, those who are fighting and on the battlefield right now will continue to get hurt. So, as long as I am present, I will not allow the subordinates and the family of Anastasia Dojima to continue to be hurt on the battlefield. So those who stand against me stand to my left, but those who stand with me stand to my right." 500 people stood on his right side, including Anna Jasmine, Kathy, Nishiki, and all who remained loyal to him. Zumi spoke to the people on his left, saying, "Since your Oyabun is standing to my right, I assume that those of you on my left are currently expressing your betrayal of the Dojima family, which means you are enemies." The people on the left confirmed this, and Zumi said, "You are not required." As he said this, a wave of intense heat caught the group of people to Zumi's left entirely off guard. Their bodies convulsed in agony as a searing pain shot through their veins, causing them to scream out in terror. With wide eyes, they watched in horror as their skin began to blister and blacken, consumed by the intense blue flames that engulfed them. In a matter of seconds, they were reduced to nothing but ashes, their anguished cries silenced forever. Zumi's newfound ability had proven to be a devastating force, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Gathered around Zumi, the group to his right had unique reactions to the unfolding chaos. Nishiki Ana's father, a man of authority and discernment, couldn't help but feel a surge of pride at the display of courage before him. "This kid has guts," he mused silently, reaffirming his decision to appoint Zumi as his second in command. Meanwhile, Anna, Gia, and Kathy found themselves inexplicably drawn to Zumi amid the chaos. In a twist of emotions heightened by the adrenaline of the situation, they felt a primal attraction towards him, a stirring that bordered on the edge of raw desire. If circumstances were different, they might have lunged at Zumi like untamed beasts in the throes of passion. Amid the turmoil, Zumi's mind chimed with a system notification. Ping! Nishiki Dojima's respect for you has notably increased. Current progress is 7 of 10. You have fulfilled his desire to control the situation and be alive and well. Attribute points +5, request value +3. Jasmine's respect for you has also grown. The current progress is of 7 of 10. Kathy's intimacy towards you has reached its peak. The system connection quest for Kathy is ongoing, with 2 more to fulfill. Everyone behind Nishiki and the ladies feared Zumi. Zumi, breaking the silence, said, "We need a battle plan. Let's sit and talk strategy." Nishiki did not feel taken aback by what Zumi had just done. He already knew he was capable of such a feat since he felt the Monkey King's presence coming from him. Plus, at that moment, he was acting in the best interest of the family and his daughter, on top of confirming that the people to his left were enemies of the family before he annihilated them. He felt impressed. Nishiki led everyone to a large conference room where he, Anna, Kathy, Jasmine, and some other leaders of division in the family sat at the table, ready to strategize about how to end the war. Zumi sat by Anna. Anna asked where Gia was. Zumi replied, "Don't worry, she is present. I've instructed her to stay hidden." Anna did not pursue it any further since she was a system character, and she believed Zumi wholeheartedly, no matter what. Kathy also felt this way since she was inches from becoming a system connection character. Although Jasmine, since her loyalty and respect for Zumi were not high enough yet, pondered why the others was so loyal to him. Especially since her best friends Anna and Gia became so loyal to him, they underwent a phenomenon that is known as loyalty transmutation, which occurs when someone gains intense loyalty to another person, resulting in a deep connection, causing a physical and spiritual transformation in the loyal follower. This involves the loyal follower experiencing a change in appearance that reflects the person they are devoted to, and also gaining a portion of their strength and abilities. However, this loyalty comes at a cost, as the followers become bound to the person they serve, to where no matter what path the person goes on, whether good or evil, they will follow them in heaven or hell with no hesitation. Nishiki knew Gia was present from the start, since he could sense her presence since Zumi arrived. This was a testament to his strength, since Gia's presence became null when she entered a shadow, yet he could still sense her. Nishiki began the strategy meeting, and Zumi just listened, gaining information to form a plan together. Nishiki spoke, saying that we are at war with a family called the Narukami family, who is trying to wipe us out and take our territory, and our old Shadagashira has betrayed us. He is the one feeding them information. They also have the help of the assassination group Torte, meaning death. The Oyabun of the Narukami family is currently at their headquarters to analyze the war from afar. They have 4 guards with them, 2 Wakagashira Hosa old field captains of the previous Shadagashira outside, and 2 assassins from Torte. We can end the war by removing the Oyabun of the Narukami family and his bodyguards. As this was said, Zumi devised a brilliant plan filled with wisdom to win the war and spoke like a confident leader strategizing a plan to his subordinates. To win, one can do it in 5 steps. 1. Infiltration and reconnaissance. We send in skilled spies to gather detailed information about the layout and defenses of the Narukami family's headquarters. This information will be crucial for planning the attack. 2. Diversionary tactics. We create a diversion to draw the attention of the Narukami family's guards away from the primary target, allowing for a stealthier approach. 3. Assassination. I will send Gia to use her new shadow abilities to remove the two Torte assassins from the equation. We will briefly have the lights turned off in the building so she can move in and eliminate them while they are shocked. 4. Decoy strategy. Using one of the Wakagashira Hosa as a decoy to lure out the Oyabun and his guards, while Gia and the other guards move in for the kill. Escape route. A carefully planned escape route will be established in advance to ensure a quick and safe exit after the mission is completed. Zumi's strategy aims to secure victory in the war by combining elements of infiltration, diversion, assassination, decoy tactics, and a well-planned escape route, all while eliminating the key figures of the Narukami family with no casualties on their side. Amazed and dumbfounded, everyone looks at Zumi's plan. The plan impressed Nishiki and he agreed to it. Nobody had any objections, but Jasmine said, "What do you mean Gia's new shadow abilities? I gave her a gift I took from an opponent we faced on the way here." This was a lie, but Zumi couldn't say he got it from the system. Zumi said, "Gia, come out." Jaya emerged from Zumi's shadow as he said this and bowed before everyone. Her ability to do that shocked them. She was in his shadow all this time. Nishiki suddenly smiled and said, "Shadow Weaver earrings," as he laughed softly, saying, "You keep impressing me, Zumi. We really must have a drink together." Anticipating it, Zumi said he looked forward to it. He instructed Gia to return to his shadow, and she did immediately. They talked through the plan a bit more thoroughly and sprung into action. Once they had discussed it thoroughly, the team embarked on implementing Zumi's meticulously crafted plan with precision and stealth. Infiltration and reconnaissance. Under cover of darkness, skilled spies slipped into the shadows, their movements silent and undetectable. They meticulously gathered detailed information about the layout and defenses of the Narukami family's headquarters, mapping out every corridor, guard post, and security measure in place. Diversionary tactics. As the spies relayed their findings back to the team, a distraction was set in motion on the outskirts of the compound. Explosions echoed through the night, drawing the attention of the Narukami family's guards away from the primary target, creating an opening for the team to make their move. Assassination. Gia awaited her moment with her newfound shadow abilities. As planned, the lights inside the building suddenly flickered and went out, plunging the interior into darkness. Taking advantage of the opportunity, Gia skillfully maneuvered through the shadows, her presence concealed by the pandemonium caused by the sudden blackout. With deadly precision, she eliminated the two Torte assassins and the Oyabun before they could even react, leaving no trace of her presence behind. Decoy strategy. Meanwhile, the chosen one of the Wakagashira Hosa was taken out, and one of the Dojima family took his place and bravely stepped forward as the decoy, drawing out the Oyabun and his guards. As they pursued the decoy into the open, they fell right into the trap set by Gia and the rest of the team, who moved in swiftly and silently, their weapons poised for the decisive strike. Escape route. The team swiftly approached the pre-planned escape route, and the mission was accomplished. Every step had been calculated, every contingency accounted for. They vanished into the night, leaving behind only confusion and chaos in the wake of their daring operation. Zumi's strategy unfolded flawlessly as they seamlessly combined elements of infiltration, diversion, assassination, decoy tactics, and a meticulously planned escape route, resulting in the elimination of the Narukami family's key figures without a single casualty on their side. Victory in the war was within reach, thanks to their skill, cunning, and unwavering determination. The Narukami family was in shambles at the news of the death of their Oyabun, and many of their soldiers died. The rest of them retreated, and for the time being, the war was finally over. Everyone could take some time to rest. The injured were cared for, and everyone was sent home to recuperate. Zumi was invited over to Nishiki's home for dinner, and he went there with everyone and began a new life as a prominent figure in the world of the Yakuza.